one of those ones where it's supposed to be around that sort of date, around that sort of time. That date's not completely confirmed, but it could be a week before, a week after, but it's around that sort of day that we said. It's a bit strange though, obviously we don't have an opponent as yet, but for me I don't think the opponent is as important than having a date, you know. So when you have a date, you know to get ready for, you know, like for me, when I used to fight in the UFC, when I was talking to Sean Shelby, I always said to him, hey look, don't care who I fight, just give me a date so I can plan my training camp and so on and so forth. So we kind of loosely have that now. So that's what we were getting prepared for. Well, most of my guys are inspiring athletes, right? So everyone has come in, to be honest, there's some people coming in better shape, looking good, because they've had a lot of time just to focus on themselves. Not coming in, like I say, fight shape, or but they come in like physical good shape, you know. So this week what I've been doing is easing people back in. It shows that, like, with Nathaniel's last fight, it's a game of inches, you know, and you can make one little mistake at that level and it could happen. That punch could have easily missed. Nathaniel's punch just before could have landed. It's a game of inches, you know, so it wasn't so much that Nathaniel made a mistake. Well, he did make a mistake. It wasn't because he was losing the fight. In my eyes, he was winning the fight, looking very, very good. Him getting cut within the second round kind of, what I say, distracted him a little bit. And with distracting it, what happened is he lost that round. And then, for me, it was a round apiece going into the third round. Being in a home guy's town, now he had the pressure to go and win this fight. So he had that pressure and he got a bit overzealous and got caught coming in. But yet again, if he just stood back and done nothing, he could have lost that fight by decision by not doing much. So sometimes within this sport you have to roll the dice and gamble. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it don't. So yeah, now we're looking into this next fight. It's important, very important for him to win. You know, there was a lot of momentum going into that last fight, coming off 3 fights, 3 finishes. So yeah, it's important to get back on that. I know because there's a lot of hype around him. We need to keep the momentum. He kind of like hit that block, and now with the lockdown, it's kind of like, but you have to understand the world has been on lockdown. It's not just this country, so we're all been in the same boat. Nathaniel has been very professional about it, and set up some stuff at his house, and you see him every day on his Instagram. He's been training, so he's actually in good shape. And it's one thing with Nathaniel I never worry about ever is his conditioning. He gets in great shape. So now we just need to work, do some technical stuff with him. When we have an opponent, there may be some stuff that we could get just for that opponent. But in general, we just look to him to get better all the time. It's, for me, when I was fighting, it was very natural for me. I knew I was going to be a coach, because even when I was competing, I was coaching and helping out other people, right? So for me, yes, I had to keep it in mind all the time, you know. But yes, for me, it's a natural thing for me to coach and pass on my knowledge. Some people like it, some people don't coach. For me, it felt natural for me. Throughout my career, I always helped people and taught them stuff. For me, it was important to have good training partners with me to help me build it and get better. So I wanted always my training partners to get good, and me, you know, that's the thing. Now I have a team, and I'm passing my knowledge on to a lot of young, inspiring athletes. So what I'm also not just passing on technique, I'm passing on mindsets. You know, having the right sort of mindset to achieve, and that is vital. You know, you gotta have the right work ethic and discipline and respect and that sort of stuff. And I'm proud of my team, I think we work very hard and we're there for each other, because a lot of people don't realise this, and like I say this all the time to my team as well. It's a team sport. Yes, we fight individually. It's not like boxing, where boxing you have yourself and you have a couple of coaches do your pad man and stuff like that, and then you bring in sparring partners and stuff like that. This is more, because they're both MMA and boxing are both compared to each other a lot, because they're both combat sports where you earn money, but they're different in the way that you prepare. MMA, the sport is more like the lines of a judo team or karate team, an Olympic wrestling team. It's a team, and you have to be there for each other, to drill on each other, get better at techniques and stuff like that. So I've drilled that into people, so people now know that we're here, a team, we have a good team emphasis, which I think is very important for growth with anyone, you know. Like, you can't get ready and get better in the sport on your own. You need people around you. So I'm drilling that into people. I'm trying to attract other people into my team that I think is going to benefit. And it's not always about someone who's athletically gifted. It's about someone having the right mental attitude, you know, to training, that I see and I'm like, cool, this is a person we want, at the right work ethic, and because you teach people skills, you know, sometimes it's hard to teach people willpower and stuff like that, and so I see that early on, to see who I believe can go on and do great things. For me, it's just like, I'm glad you're back. I say, we're back here now. I'm coaching a bit, but still, for me, my main focus is having my own place and my own. I was so close to having it all settled out before lockdown. Then this will happen. Now I'm trying to rekindle what I kind of have. But we will have it. It is my own space to have my own athletes and stuff like that, you know. And I wanted to make it like a big international hub for people around the world who want to come and train. Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Me too.
Thank you very much.
No worries.